No, I think that's a pretty cool stat, but also knowing our personnel, we shouldn't even have to get down to that. We need to, I'm so distracted. What is going on?
In the heart of the WNBA's most electrifying rookie season, one name refused to stay out of headlines: Caitlin Clark. She didn't just arrive in the league, she erupted. Like a thunderclap across hardwood floors from Indiana to New York, from Connecticut to Las Vegas, the sound of the net whipping after one of her long-range missiles became a national anthem of rookie fire and a warning shot to every defender brave enough to pick her up beyond half-court. She wasn't supposed to do it this fast. She wasn't supposed to stretch the floor this far. But Caitlin Clark didn't read the script. She rewrote it from the logo. It began with pressure, rookie pressure, media pressure, #1 pick, pressure. But Caitlin carried it like a veteran sniper, cold-blooded, calculating, and already scanning for that first open look. And then, it came. Step back, right wing, defender frozen, ball released, net snapped. The rookie had arrived. From that moment on, every arena she entered turned into a war zone of triple threat anticipation. And every time the ball touched her hands behind the arc, fans leaned forward. Defenders tensed. Coaches prayed. Because there's no scouting for range that starts in Brooklyn and ends in hearts broken. The Aces, the Liberty, the Sparks, the Sun, all felt it. All watched her pull from another dimension. There was a moment, late in the second, against the New York Liberty. The crowd had just erupted after a Laney fast break finish, Indiana trailing. Clark gets the inbound, clock ticking. She crosses mid-court, stops just inside the B in Brooklyn, pulls, fires, splash. The crowd didn't gasp, they screamed. The Liberty had gone on a 10-0 run, but Clark turned momentum into mist. That was her second three of the quarter, and it wouldn't be her last. She wasn't. Just part of the Indiana offense. She was its heartbeat, its tempo, its ignition. And when the team needed revival, Clark became the defibrillator. Against Seattle, the Fever needed something big. Seattle was rolling. Pace was fast. Transition buckets were falling. The Fever defense was breaking. Then came the moment. A kick out. A trailing Clark. A look from the logo. Bang. It wasn't just a three. It was a statement. One that echoed through the league. If you leave her open even a step past the timeline, you're already too late. But the shot that truly introduced Caitlin Clark to the national basketball soul came in Los Angeles. The crowd was buzzing. Sparks fans packed tight, hoping to watch the rookie miss. But with the shot clock winding down and the defense stretched out on a tight string, Clark stepped back just below the logo. And then she launched. The net snapped. The crowd gasped. And the replay? Instant classic. The commentators couldn't even find the words, and maybe they didn't need to, because Caitlin let the shot do the talking. What makes her threes so unforgettable isn't just the distance, it's the drama. It's the moments they arrive in. A fast break where the defense is recovering, she'll pull. A half-court set, off. A pin down, she'll fire. A broken play where the clock is bleeding dry, step back, net, cold-blooded. One play against Connecticut is a masterclass in Clarkonomics. Indiana was struggling. The offense was sputtering. But Caitlin came off a staggered screen, drifted into space, received the pass, and in one motion, like a ballerina with a flamethrower, released it. Nothing but net. That wasn't just a bucket. It was a belief reset for her teammates. She hit a pair back-to-back against the Mystics, one from the corner and one from straight up deep water. The crowd barely had time to react to the first before the second one dropped. A warning to every team. She doesn't need rhythm. She creates it. There's a different kind of silence when Caitlin Clark launches a deep one. It's not fear. It's not confusion. It's awe. It's the league realizing that a rookie just pulled a shot that only legends dare attempt, and then actually hit it. The Indiana Fever coaching staff knew it. You could see it in Christy Side's eyes every time Clark launched from 30 feet out. God, please let it go in. Okay, yeah, it's good. Because she'd seen it too many times already. This wasn't luck. It wasn't streaky shooting. It was skill. It was repetition. It was range that made the earth look small. The Sparks found out late. Final minute. Clark isolated. Defender tight. Jab step. Pull. Pure. That wasn't a heat check. That was a cold kill. One time in the third quarter against Phoenix, after a quiet first half, Clark finally got a clean screen. She pulled without hesitation, as if the first 20 minutes of misses were just the setup. And boom, the rookie's face lit up. Because shooters always know, once that first one drops, the floodgates open. Sometimes, it wasn't the shot that dazzled, it was the setup. Cross-court skips, relocations off ball, playing give and go like jazz improvisation. She'd vanish from one corner and reappear near the top of the key, wide open, again. And every time she rose, the arena braced. Even her defensive energy turned into offense. One sequence, a chase down block, a sprint the other way, a pull-up three in rhythm, all in 6 seconds. It was a roller coaster only Clark could engineer. And it's not just that she made threes, it's that she made them feel like inevitabilities. When Caitlin Clark pulls up from 30 feet, it doesn't feel like a gamble. It feels like gravity shifting. This was only part one of her rookie three-point journey. But already, the league was reeling. Already, the logo had become her playground. Already, defenders were picking her up 40 feet from the basket and still getting cooked. Clark wasn't waiting for the moment. She was creating it, one deep splash at a time. And this was just the beginning. There are shooters. There are stars. And then there is Caitlin Clark, a singular force, a revolution in motion, a name that has reshaped the geometry of the basketball court, one triple at a time. The ball hasn't even left her fingertips, and the crowd is already on their feet. The release is high. The arc is beautiful. The distance, ridiculous. But this isn't just about range. It's about rhythm, about timing, about fearlessness. This is the story of a player who doesn't just shoot the three. She owns it. Let's rewind to the contest that lit the entire WNBA world on fire. The three-point contest was already electric. But the year after Sabrina Ionescu's historic explosion, the hype was nuclear. Team USA, Team All-Star, and then Clark. Caitlin Clark, cool, composed, and calculating. She steps behind the arc. Bang! First one drops, then another, and another. 15 points. 5 rebounds, 5 assists, and we're only just getting started. Because Caitlin Clark isn't satisfied with decent. She's not chasing average. She's rewriting the definition of limitless. The ball swings, she's in rhythm, she pulls. Good. She doesn't need a full step, just a breath of space. She's in a battle with physics, and she's winning. From the logo, from the wing, it doesn't matter. She steps into it like she was born for it. And you know it's good the moment. It leaves her hands. Catch, fire, connect. This isn't basketball. This is performance art. And what's more terrifying? She does it again, and again, and again. They won 11 games all last season. The Fever already have 10. And Clark, she's one deep ball away from tying it all together. Clark from way downtown. Net. Swish. Silence. Except for the roar of belief. Opponents think they're ready. They've seen the tape. They've read the scouting report. But they haven't felt the momentum she creates. She's leaning, hits it. She's fading, buries it. She's double-teamed, still cashes it. And sometimes, the only thing the defense can do is look up and say, wow. Noel Quinn doesn't challenge it. There's no point. You don't argue with gravity. Here comes the break. Clark pulls up from 28. Bang! 48 made threes coming into the game. She just added another. She doesn't just catch heat, she becomes heat. The clock is ticking. There's 3 minutes left in the first quarter. Caitlin Clark dribbles to her spot. Pulls. Pure. Step back. Buckets. Catch and shoot? Automatic. It's not just her scoring, it's the timing. Every dagger three feels like a plot twist in a thriller. They go on a 5-0 run. Clark answers with one flick of the wrist. The Mystics push back. Clark fires. Back. She's a storm in sneakers. The switch is on, big on little. Clark sees Dolson, takes her off the bounce. Step back, triple. Indiana's on a run. The ball finds her. She launches. Money. The hill is steep. The Fever are trailing. But there's still belief. Because Caitlin Clark is still on the floor. And when Clark is on the floor, hope is never dead. Catch, shoot, splash. She's coming off a rough start. No problem. She resets, finds her rhythm, nails it. Off the screen, nails it. Step into the pick, punished. The pace suits her. Indiana plays fast, and Clark lives in fast. When she slows down, it's only to break the game. She curls around the screen. Space opens up, pulls, hits. Boston grabs the board, out to Clark. Clean look. You already know the rest. She doesn't just shoot threes, she weaponizes them. Mitchell strips the ball. Clark, trailing, gets it, steps into the arc, hits. Timeout? Too late. The damage is done. She has defenders second-guessing everything. They sag. She fires. They chase over screens. She fakes, resets, buries. They trap. She escapes, steps back, drains it. She's not afraid of the moment. She is the moment. End of the quarter. Need a bucket? You already know who's taking it. Clark with 22 seconds to go. Off the screen. From deep. Boom. This isn't a fluke. It's not a hot streak. It's history. She's rewriting the rookie record books with every flick, even when the offense stagnates, even when the game slows. Caitlin Clark ignites it again with one perfect release. And her opponents? They try everything. Double teams, zone traps, full court pressure. But when she steps back, when she locks in, it's already over. Crossover. Setback. 3. Isolation. Backpedal. 3. Behind the screen. Split the defense. 3. From the logo make. There's nothing casual about it. She's a sniper, surgical, precise, unforgiving. Every time you think she's cooled down, she detonates again. 8 assists, 15 points in the first half. That's just the setup. Because what's coming in the second is pure flamethrower. They say pressure makes diamonds, but pressure makes Caitlin Clark dangerous. The moment the ball touches her hands, the defense knows they're already too late. 3 defenders close in. She steps back. Money. And the moment she yells out after a make, that look on her face, that scream of triumph, it echoes across every arena. And maybe, just maybe, you start to believe this isn't just a great rookie season. It's the beginning of a dynasty. One three-pointer at a time. The crowd's losing its mind. Commentators are stunned. Opponents frustrated. Caitlin, focused. Another 3, and another, and another. Now she's in rhythm. Now she's floating. Now she's fire. Step back, buckets. Off the screen, buckets. Defense in her jersey, still buckets. She's not just spacing the floor, she's expanding the universe. Final seconds. She takes the ball. No hesitation. Pulls from the logo. Splash. Indiana wins or loses. It doesn't matter. Clark transcends the scoreboard. She's a walking highlight reel, a clip machine, a human torch. They double, she splits. They switch, she attacks. They zone, she finds the crack. Her range is so deadly, she doesn't need screens. She is the screen. She sets the tone. She controls the clock. She bends the defense. She's not just a shooter. She's the future. She's not just making threes. She's making history. Again, and again, and again. Because when you give Caitlin Clark an inch, she takes the entire arc. Call to action. If this cinematic Journey through Caitlin Clark's historic three-point masterpiece moved you